Alright guys, starting this one up with unlocking that Shandalar booster that I didn't get to show you all from last time. I ended it a little premature. We got a Hunt of the Week, which is awesome. Of course. Um, this guy can be pretty good. This guy is actually really good in certain deck conditions. Nothing here other than the Hunt of the Week really fixed into our deck. And I think we're just going to continue on. That Hunt of the Week isn't, we don't need to put it in our deck. Like if it were a Rabble Master or something like that, we would absolutely want to. We sort of want to limit what our removal looks like. So we beat Sliver Hive last time. Now we're going to beat Cruel Reflection. I think Cruel Reflection is, yeah, you're combating yourself in this encounter. One man is not going to do it for you. You know, I think I'm going to take this, and the reason being, I mean, I've got a Krinkos, so I can hold off for a little while, and I've got a little bit of removal, so if I get a green in my hand, I should be good. And then turn 6, if I could get a Charmbreaker Devils, and then have that Ground Assault out, I can just remove everything from my opponent's side of the board. So long as the mirror match here does not completely own me by coming out real fast with an Advocate and then a Hunt Beast, we should be okay. Ideally, I would love to pull a green mana here and just go ahead and play the same thing, but that's okay. Usually if a person's coming in like this, it's because they know that they're going to boost. Like, if I block here, it's equal, and he knows that he's going to be able to pump it, so he's holding a Titanic Growth here. I pretty much know that. I'm going to go ahead and take the damage because it's kind of inconsequential here. I probably should have forced him to do that, so he can't play anything like an Advocate of the Beast. Forcing him to play the Titanic Growth would have made it to where he to where he would have lost that turn basically. Instead of being able to play another permanent, if he would have played the Titanic Growth, it would have cost him a turn. The Ground Assault, I believe, is the correct play here. I can do it in a number of ways, but I'm just gonna go ahead and Ground Assault that guy there. And since I probably have no intention of blocking, I'm just going to go ahead and swing in. Now the rest of our game here really is contingent on getting this guy out. We really have a kind of a weak thing by holding 2 Timberland Guides in. We need to kind of replace these as quickly as possible, but we need to do it with something low mana cost. I don't want to start putting in, you know, a bunch of Hunt the Weeks and things like that. I can do a number of things. I know that he's probably holding a Titanic Growth, so if I let him swing on me and then I block with the Titanic Growth in my hand, I can pretty much assume that he will Titanic Growth as well. Also, if I play this the way that the game is suggesting, to block the 2/3. Well, here we'll go ahead and play this just to kind of show you all what's going to happen. If he has a Titanic Growth in hand, this I'm not going to attack here. He will attack with both these creatures this turn, and the reason is because if he knows that if I were to block that 2/2 with this, okay, maybe he doesn't, but he knows that if he had one in hand, he knows that if I were to block the 2/2 with this, then he would be able to pump it up. And apparently he doesn't, because he would also probably pump this. Doesn't mean that he doesn't, just means that I assume he doesn't. Now we can assume the computer's dumb here and just go ahead and attack in with one of these, get a block and Titanic Growth, but we would pretty much be getting this. He's not going to block with that. We pretty much have to attack in with this, and that's actually not a bad little idea here. Just go ahead and get it out of his hand, but instead I'm going to end up putting more permanence in play. I'm going to get the advocate up to a 3/4, and since he doesn't have an advocate in play, this guy's not near as strong as it would be with an advocate in play. Alright, now that guy can get pretty tricky if he has any instants in play or anything like that. So that's it. We're just going to kind of sit here and keep grinding out the board. The thing is, like right now, if I go to Hunt the Weak, and this is where Hunt the Weak can be really good against players that don't have a lot of instants. But let's say I were to Hunt the Weak this and make this a 4/5. If he has a Titanic Growth in hand, he can pump this thing and just blow that advocate out of the play. And then I would have like a really weak line. I'd have 3 1/1s. So instead what I'm going to do here is play the defensive. I'm actually going to go ahead and boost another creature, it doesn't matter which one. And then I'm going to hold this Titanic Growth back. What I know is if I get to turn 6 and he doesn't have removal for the Charmbreaker Devils, then I'm going to have him. I mean, I'm going to be able to literally take out everything except for that Hunt Beast there. Now, he's planning on attacking in with that, and I'm going to go ahead and Titanic Growth because this guy here says that I can't block if my power is less than him. And now, if I were to Titanic Growth this, for instance, it would only be a 5/5, which I could block, but this has first strike, so I have to get a creature up to a 6/6. I'm not willing to block with this just in case he has extra damage in hand or anything like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Titanic Growth this 2/2 that we made to build a 6/6. And let's not show that again. And let's block the 5/1. Because we can't allow 5 unblockable come through. Now, he may have a shock in hand and he could finish that creature off, which if it were the Advocate of the Beast, I believe that's the line of a play that he would have done. Now after this turn, if we have nothing else to play, we are going to start playing these Hunt of the Weak, and we're going to try and do it intelligently. But I really don't want to put too much in my graveyard as well. I would prefer to get to this Ground Assault and playing that over and over and over every single turn. And I think, well, I hope that you all remember what I was saying about that. You know, making it semi-random rather than completely random. While he's tapped out, I'm absolutely going to Hunt the Weak. And, let's see, that would make this a 4/5, so it wouldn't die. So yeah, I'm absolutely going to Hunt the Weak that Charmbreaker Devils. I was considering using Hunt the Weak on this guy. And now I'm going to attack in for this 4. And the reason being is because if he blocks with anything here, I'm happy to exchange this 4/1 for any of those. Like that 4/1 compared to this constant 4 or 7/2, I got way more value out of there than he did. Why does he get a foil one? This is supposed to be a reflection, and he gets a foil one. Same thing here. We're going to go ahead and Hunt the Weak again and get that guy going. Now that we got his Charmbreaker Devils out of the way, our late game should be far stronger than his is. I didn't want to attack him with that 5/6 because, you know, 4 points of damage was on it, and it would have only taken 2 more to kill him. Well, this can get sticky. Okay, so the thing is here, we're going to play the Elder of Laurels, and we're going to hold back the Titanic Growth. I'm going to bash in with the 5/6. And if he blocks with anything here, I'm happy. Like, I prefer him to block. I'm going to block here because I predominantly want to get that Hunt Beast out of the way, and then this. But I'm going to go ahead and Titanic Growth and make that up to a 9-10 and go ahead and kill both those creatures. And that was a really bad misplay on his part. He probably should have just blocked with the 2-2, if anything. My Elder of Laurels is way stronger than his, isn't it? I'm gonna go ahead and bash him with the 5-6 again, and keeping that Elder Laurels in mind. He might dual block here. He might pump with the Elder Laurels as well. Let's see. Just a single block. Alright. So I'm gonna go ahead and play the Charmbreaker Devils, and that Charmbreaker Devils is gonna build me some consistency. I could have swung in with everything and been, you know, overzealous and used the Elder Laurels to get, you know, through unblockable, but I would rather do it this way. Missed my chance. Alright, cool. The Ground Assault's very cool here. That's 7, and he can only, well, he can't actually pump this turn, so we're going to go blow that out of the water. And since he has nothing in play, coming across for a full swing, and we're happy. Won that one fairly easy. Let's check out this booster. Shandalar. What do we get? Advocate of the Beast, great. Now I actually want to replace my my 4-1 there, because I think that 4-1 is actually very weak. So we're gonna go ahead and head into Deck Manager, and we're going to remove this 4-1 because he's not doing that much for us. He's actually probably a little stronger than a Timberland Guide, so I can probably put the Timberland Guide in. Yeah, you know what? He's actually probably a little stronger than Timberland Guide in most cases. So let's go ahead and take out the Timberland Guide. Really, you can take out either one of these. It doesn't really matter. We're going to take out the Timberland Guide, and then we are going to... Oh wait, that's green. Green for 3. Bam, drop this guy in there. Oh, we have another Advocate. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put 4 Advocates in. Let's go ahead and drop that other Timberland Guide. Since we do have 4 Advocates, Beasts are now way stronger. So now I can assume that this guy is actually not as strong as this guy. So I'm going to put both of these in, and then I'm going to remove both of those 4-1s. And we're going a little green dominant here. So we're going to have to... now, if you look at our control went up to 5, and that is huge. Having a creature deck with this much control is really good. So right now, we're going to go ahead and cut down a couple lands there. Take 2 up. You know what? As promised, I don't want to get down to too many because I have a lot of spells here have doubles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop one of these, and I'm going to go ahead and put in one of these Gruul Gates. I'm actually going to probably drop another green and do the same thing. Don't get in the habit of putting way too many tap lands in unless you're playing a control deck that can handle that, because it's just going to hurt you. Tapped lands really, you know, they can ruin the, you know, sort of the pace or the continuation of your deck. The Onakke Guardians. Alright, we're gonna knock the belly right off this dude. That would be cool if I had any other creature with a toughness bigger than 1 in my hand. Oh, screwed me. Okay, we're gonna take this and make the best of it because I don't like to go down to fewer cards than this. The Elder Laurels might get us out of some tough situations, and so might the Titanic Growth, so we could be okay. The only thing that I really dislike about this hand is this is guaranteeing that I have to attack with it per turn, and that can get sticky for us. Plus, you know, we didn't draw a red land. If we would have drawn a red land there, and on turn 4 can guarantee this guy, I would probably be a little happier. says haste. Attacks each turn. It's 3-1. We can pump it up to a 7-5 if we want, but we don't like to kill ourselves. Alright. As I said earlier, having 2 Elder Laurels in play is not a good thing. I'm going to end up dropping 1, and then we have a choice here, and it's basically going to depend on what this what the computer does here. I know they're going to swing in because that 3-1 for this, and I believe this has to attack attacks each turn if able. So this is swing in. So we have a choice here. We can take the 3 or we can block, and we have a bunch of creatures to back us up, and he's not dropping a ton of creatures, so we could do either one here. I'm gonna go ahead and take the damage, which it's a red deck, so I don't particularly like getting low on health quickly against red decks. You should probably block up as often as you can. Yeah. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna be prepared to play this Titanic Growth. We have to be. So we're gonna go ahead and play this, and then we're gonna pretty much have to Titanic Growth that Elder Laurels. We probably could have attacked in there. The computer probably would have blocked, but an intelligent player would take that damage so they can attack back with 8 next turn. Alright, since I'm going to go ahead and block this 3-1 because the 1-1 does not mean that much to me, and block there, stop timer, and then Titanic Growth that guy to make it a 6-7. And then he has a 4-4 for me. He's coming out strong, that's for sure. I'm gonna bring out another Elder Laurels. I mean, I guess I can bring out the Advocate of the Beast, but I don't want him if he were to attack in, he would have the option, because he can only deal 4 points of damage. He would either deal 4 to the Advocate of the Beast or 3 to the Beast, and what you do is divide the damage. So since this is a 4-4, he has 4 points to divide. So if I were to play the Advocate of the Beast down next to the Elder Laurels, he would be able to put 4 points of damage on divided amongst my creatures whenever they block. And I don't want him to take this Advocate. It's actually stronger for me to play the Elder Laurels because as he attacks in, I'm only going to lose one of these creatures because he only has 4 points of damage to block, or to divide amongst my creatures. And oh, that's nasty. I don't like it, but I'm going to take this. Basically, he lowered the power and toughness on that guy. So he wouldn't have been able to kill both of them, but I wouldn't have been able to kill his creature by dual blocking at all. I need red mana, and I need I need red mana, and I need removal. Here's a weird situation. He has a okay. He has a 2-2 there. That 2-2 from now on is going to attack every single turn. I know that they're telling me to play this, but that is actually the wrong move. What I need to do is attack in with this 1-2. Because if I'm playing against a bad player, well, you'll see what happens. I'll swing in. He may block this because it doesn't hurt him to block it. Now, I can actually take this and pump this creature up. And a bad player might do that. Now, see, the thing is I'm pretty much guaranteed that next turn I'm going to take 4 points to the face. But I'm okay with that. I mean, because I'm, across multiple turns, I was getting ready to take 2 points to the face anyway. And across multiple turns, that flyer would have done just as much damage. Man, he is coming out hard. A little late there, bro. Alright, Man, having Titanic Growth in place of this would be great. really, I think the best thing to do here is to play the Advocate of the Beast and this, getting 2 more 2/3s out there. I could wait for him to attack in, pump up pump up this guy to a 4/5 and kill one, but then I'm taking 4 more points of damage. I don't think he'll attack in here if I play both these. And it really sort of just depends on what he pulls. I mean, like, he might pull something that's just going to absolutely destroy me here. Okay, he didn't attack in, and that's really all I wanted. I just didn't want him to attack in. What does this business do? Sack a land, draw 2 cards. Wow, that's good. That's a good card. Okay. Now I can play tricks. Like, here's a trick that I'm gonna do. I'm gonna swing in with this 1/2 because it looks like no big deal. Okay, he takes it, no big deal. All right. Putting a counter on this guy, and basically I'm trying to ensure here that that I have just enough power and toughness to where he doesn't ever attack in. I'm gonna swing in with the 1/2 again. Maybe the 2/3. Yeah, let's. Well, I could do either one. I'm gonna swing with the 1/2 because I really want to have a lot of toughness on the board. Okay, he dual blocks, and that was actually very smart. He wants to guarantee that he kills this creature, so I'm gonna allot the damage to both, and then I'm gonna go ahead and use his ability and pump it. Okay, 5/6. I'm gonna blow one of them out of the water, and he kills one of mine. And that's cool because it's really important to keep his side of the board thin, and you know, for me to get stronger and stronger. Now that the 4/5 there is just getting bigger and bigger, I can swing in with it. Okay, now he probably has a plan there. Generally, I would think that your opponent has a plan if they put that much damage on a creature and don't kill it. That just kind of seems weird. We're gonna go ahead and just drop as much stuff as possible. Put counters on this guy. This was a tight match. And you know, I mean, he's playing red. I'm not out of the woods yet, especially with that card drawing ability. Yep, there's 2 damage. See, now, I almost would have put that to my opponent's face, because 2 damage would have got me down to 4, and then playing this would have killed me in 4 turns. There's sort of a point you really kind of have to just go kamikaze. Now, it's unblockable anyway, this creature, so there's no point in me keeping a back line of any type. Now I'm going to go ahead and pump instead of playing anything, and the reason being is because I have, you know, I don't need another Advocate of the Beast out. I'm going to get plenty of pump there, and I would just much rather do as much damage to him as possible. Let him know that I'm coming to kill him next turn, basically. Now, he does have some hasters. I could get hit for, you know, a lot right now. I think I'm out of the woods now. I think he's going to attack it for 1. It most shocked me. Unblockable is unblockable. I'm going to attack him with 2 creatures, and it's just in case he has something crazy to stop a 1. That way I can Titanic Growth the other one. That's it, game. We're going to go ahead and check out this booster for you. We've opened Zendikar, so we'll be playing the Zendikar in the next video. These guys are good. Real good. Genesis Hydra just doesn't fit in our deck. Really, it's a 2/2 for 4, and that's just not good enough. That doesn't pass the vanilla test, and we don't have anything combo enough to put that in. So that pretty much wraps it up for this video, guys. Stay tuned. We'll be playing Zendikar for next video, and I'll see you then.